Hello my dears, welcome back to Able Acres Homestead. Today is just a quick garden update. I'm going to be showing you how I'm trellising peppers in my green stock, and I need to tie up some tomatoes too. There's some beans that need to be harvested and some bugs that need to be taken care of. The garden changes so fast in the summer, and I didn't want to go too long without showing you what's going on in the garden right now. I also need some help on what I should do in my in-ground space. Want to do some succession sowing and make sure that there's always something growing in my space. So let me know what you think on that. Also, we've got a lot of new subscribers and I'm so glad that you're here. Okay, let's go. Okay, so the main focus for right now is trellising. So I am putting bamboo stakes into some of these peppers that are just leaning like so. Really bad. It's got a ton of fruit on it. I'm not sure what that one is off the top of my head, but it is like a regular sweet pepper likely. And so you can see even a couple places where I had a green stalk trellis like this, where this is great, but it's like leaning out a lot. So I'm actually going to switch this one for a stake that will keep it more upright, and then move this to one like this Alma that is just a little bit shorter, stockier anyway, and that can really support the fruit right there. Same thing goes probably for like these Pippin's Golden Honeys up here. Just that green stalk trellis is probably fine, but for other ones that are just like so tall, this stake is just much better, I feel like. So glad we have options. But yeah, check out this Alma pepper. It started out yellow and now it's blushing. It's so cool looking. Like I said, we got Pippin's Golden Honey. We've got some Cubanelles there, Tricked You jalapenos. This guy needs help. Look at that. And the volunteer basil is going absolutely crazy. All this is basil. It smells so good over here. What I'm using are these 2-foot sturdy stakes. I can try to put a link if I remember in the description, but this is not sponsored or anything. This is just what I grabbed, and I'm really surprised with how thick they are. Hopefully they hold up well. I do have some natural bamboo that I actually cut from a local person's house. She said, hey, come to the house, you can cut as much as you want. But it was a bit of an ordeal, and they're much bigger. So those few I'm using for things like this. These are my tomatillos, and they need a few more clearly because they're just going all over everywhere. Looks like I have a few changing color, but they're not fully filled out. Hopefully this is doing fine. I'm also going to fertilize today, so I really want these to do well after 2 years of trying. Okay, if you remember from the last garden tour, these beans were not looking good. They're yellowing and just looking really sad. I put 3 in each pocket, and you can just see that isn't working. But there are beans on here, so I'm going to make sure that I harvest those and just see how long it lasts. I think maybe there was some disease in the beans themselves from the seeds. I actually gave some of these seeds to my mom too, and her plants also look kind of yellowish like this. So I don't even know if that's the thing, but that's what it's looking like. So we'll get the beans off of here that we can, and then I'll probably just clean this whole tower up and get it ready for fall planting. I'm gonna move to this side because I feel like it gives you more of an idea of the coloring. The screen is making it look a lot greener than it is in real life, but there's just yellowing. This whole top tier is stunted. Yeah. Oh, there's a bug on there. I don't know what you are. It's not a stink bug or something. But I wanted to ask, if you grow bush beans in your green stock, what variety do you grow? This is top crop. I've tried jade before, but I'm looking for something that's a little more container friendly, that doesn't flap over like this. It could be watering. I do probably need to water it again, but I just feel like this is just what they do. I probably should use a trellis or something. Actually, I think I believe Kim's Cozy Corner, she puts 5 bean seeds in her green stalks, so maybe that could be a way to improve this. If there's a bunch of plants, they all kind of just like clump together and hold each other up. But yeah, just let me know what you do, what works for you, because I am determined to have a beautiful tower of bush beans. It's such a great use of a small space. We love green beans. You remember I put sweet potatoes into this bed to root, and I thought they had rotted. Well, turns out I was absolutely wrong, or I just was impatient, and they are giving me slips. I already harvested a few. I'm letting it get some more. I may put them in the ground. Still debating that. That seems like a really risky move. But with my soil, those root crops would really help break it up. And sweet potatoes are just known for growing in really poor soil, so it might be worth the risk. This one over here isn't quite as vigorous. I got about 5 or 6 off of that other one, but this one is a bonita, I believe is what it's called. It's a white sweet potato, and I've got one little split baby right there. So if I can get enough for a row or two in my in-ground, I probably will go ahead and plant them, probably by the end of June. That'll be my cutoff, because then we'll be getting close to running out of time to grow them. But cool. And I've got some morning glory that is attached itself and is growing up the cherry tomatoes. Pretty sure they were all in the compost we just put in here, so I've been picking out morning glory everywhere. I think we have our first Chef's Choice red, and we have an absolutely massive Cherokee Carbon. I want to say it's fused. Excuse me, dude. It might even be fused with this one. So awesome. This Independence tomato has come to maturity the quickest. I've had several small fruits off of it. However, it is definitely the least healthy looking plant. I've got bug eggs on it. I think this is some natural dieback at the bottom. I don't necessarily see that there's disease that's gone up the plant, but it's just kind of sparse in general. So I might give it a try in the fall. I believe if I have a few seeds left, since it does mature so quick, it might be good to pop in the front to get us a September tomato harvest. Now this area over here needs a lot of attention, so I'm going to be tying these up to the string. Definitely let the whole 1 liter thing get away from me, but that's all right, because I've got monsters like that growing. It looks like the cucumbers are petering out. Lots of dieback, and I missed the absolute biggest jibashu cucumber ever. So if you let a cucumber plant put on a fruit this big, or one that starts to turn yellow, the plant itself will start to die back because it's done its job and has produced viable seed. So I'm going to trim this up and see if there's anything salvageable, but our time with fresh cucumbers may be done for a little bit. I'm gonna get the next round going. My max packs are doing great. Still kind of, yeah, but I gotta clean this all up so I can see how each particular plant is doing. I'm definitely not planting six cucumbers at a time next year. We have way too many. And the last thing I'm working on is these front 2 rows, I guess the front 4 rows where we just harvested all those potatoes. So I've got black eyed peas, and I believe they're called red ripper peas, going along these trellises. And I'm gonna, I think, put some sunflowers in the front, like dwarf sunflowers, or maybe some zinnias, just whatever seeds I can find and grab. And then I did go ahead and put corn here. Yes, we have ridiculous randomness on top of these rows to stop tiny birds from trying to get at them. It is ridiculous. So I had a mishap with my seeds. So I was gonna have corn in all 4 of these rows, but I don't think that's going to work out. So this is where I was talking about maybe putting those sweet potatoes. I got a few that look like they're trying to come up, but it's gonna be so spotty and crazy. I probably would just do the sweet potatoes instead. Also, they're gonna be so far behind this row, that's gonna get tall and shaded. Something like a vine can at least sprawl out and find the sun. So, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Let y'all know next tour.